All right, everybody, another little how-to video here. This one's basically on a turn signal lamp. We're going to try to restore this up. You can see how the center of that's pretty white. Well, that's because it's got a little strip of metal that covers it up and protects it from the sun. So over the years, this thing took abuse from the sun. No different than if you'd stand outside, you get a sunburn, right? So we're going to show you how to restore these. Obviously, they have to come out. This one's missing a little chunk, but that can be fixed. And it does have a little crack in it, but it's something that's usable, that's a lot better for somebody that's got a broken one. So what we're going to do is sand this down, get it wet with water first, sand this down with water and 1,000 grit. Now, this is a little harder since I have to hold the camera, but you can kind of start to see that orange nastiness come out of the plastic, and that's basically just the surface contamination from that being burnt. So once you clean this up, you're going to have that all sanded down. Try to blow it off there a little bit. So it'll kind of look like that. Looks like you ruined the plastic. But I'm going to sand the rest of this down and get it all ready to go. And then I'll grab my buffer, my mini buffer, and we'll go over how to get this thing restored back to 100%. All right, you can kind of see how this thing turned out. All the yellowness that's in it, sanded out, pretty decent. So now you've got your actual plastic exposed. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to run over it with my little mini buffer. Wool pad, little Milwaukee. It's a battery operated. It's got a Velcro pad on the face. Comes in a little kit just like that. It's pretty nice. And then we've got two steps. We've got step number one, which is our compound. We're going to hit it with our compound. This is 3M compound. And then step number two, we're going to hit it with our ultrafine, just our machine polish, which is 6064. Now there's different pads for this. Generally, as you can see, they kind of keep them color coordinated. So you got white top, white pad, black top, black pad. So fairly simple. I've got some of this stuff in another container here, and we'll just go ahead and hit it real quick with the buffer. And you got to buff with this stuff, and you got to have some heat to it, okay? So what I'm trying to say here basically is you can't just run over it real quick like this and expect it to come back. You got to get it warm, right? If you don't get it warm, you're not actually bringing back the shine. It's just no different than buffing with a normal buffer. So we'll get it all polished up, and then we'll hit it with some of our swirl mark remover just to see how it goes. Change our pads out. Now obviously I'd spend a little more time running over this and getting all the edges and stuff. And I wouldn't let the thing sit there and dangle like that. But you can see all the nasty that I got off there before. Let's clean this up. Let's see where we're at. Million times better, right? Just in that little bit of time. You got 5 minutes into this, and this thing's a million times better. What I'll probably do, even though that this has a crack on that side, I'll probably go ahead and buff this thing up, repair that tab, and then, like I said, we'll discount this thing, get rid of it. It'll be good for somebody who has a broken one that wants one that's a lot better condition lens-wise than their yellow one. So there you have it. Pretty simple steps, little things. Of course, you got to take the entire headlight bucket out to get that out, but it's kind of worth it. Make it look a little better. So anyway, any questions, let me know.